Nothing I will accept to enjoy my water sport. Later on, I'll be a little bit specific so that if the air temperature is sunny, wind is warm, so that in that situations I'll enjoy my water sport. And finally, I'll just going towards the general by shrinking the specific region for every positive sample considered. I'll be very much general. Anything is the situation of a particular attribute, I'm going to enjoy my water sport. So now you should be very, very clear about finders. Means for a positive sample, see, I will be in my complete data set. The samples can be either positively classified or negatively classified. If it is positively classified, my specific region has to be shrinked. My specific attributes has to be going towards general so that you will get question marks going then. What do you mean by very specific is most specific, no data is acceptable is 5. Specific is categorical value. Suppose it is sky, the specific value of sky can be cloudy, sunny or rainy, and general is question mark. So anything the value of an attribute, I'm going to accept that situation. Is this point clear? As I need answers from you people.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Let me admit the one. Okay. Now look at the screen. General to specific ordering of hypothesis. So all these things I'll just come later once you're very, very familiar, because these terminologies you will not understand right now if I teach also. But look at this figure. Uh, uh, After explaining candidate elimination algorithm, because there I will consider both the regions. You see, hypothesis situation is a assumption where I just consider this could be the possible situation for a particular problem. So any region you take, it has two ends, one is north and south. Like that, for a hypothetical region of space of solutions, I have a specific region, I have a general region. This arrow mark is both the sides because it will work on your candidate elimination algorithm. See, for a positive sample, if I consider my specific region is going towards general. For a negative sample, if I consider, I will go towards specific. So if I am shrinking my hypothesis space, somewhere I will end up here. In between, I will end up here somewhere. You see what is my final output? H3 is my final output. So I will be end up in somewhere that set of all possible hypothesis SES, not SIS. Hypothesis SIS is only one. Hypothesis, it's a plural. I will get in finders, you will get only one hypothesis. Only one hypothesis. That's why there is an issue. You will have n number of consistent hypotheses if it is a specific region. If it is a region of hypothetical situations, how would you end up with a one situation saying that only in that situation I'm going to enjoy the water sport? So that is the issue with finders. So we are going for shrinking both the regions. For a positive sample, I will be going towards general, shrinking the specific region. For a negative sample, I will be going towards a specific, shrinking the general region, so that I will end up somewhere. That space is called the version space. What is called? VERSION, version space. Version space is nothing but it's the space of, it's a space consisting of set of all consistent hypothesis. Consistent hypothesis. The space of consistent set of all consistent hypotheses are called version space. Further, you cannot shrink the region. Might be your data set is got over, or else you will not get the different hypothesis possible. So that the resultant hypothesis space is called version space. So what is the main aim of your candidate elimination algorithm is to consider both the samples, positive samples as well the negative samples, so that constructing the version space is the goal or aim of your constructing the version space means generating the set of all consistent possible hypothesis out of my H, big H. I will have only H1, H2, H3 like that. Only 3 or 4 hypotheses possible based on the data set you have considered. If you consider n number of values in your data set, your hypothesis will be more. If you consider only 4-5 rows are there in dataset, probably 1 or 2 consistent hypothesis is going to be generated. Those and all your possible solutions for the problem. Fine. Yes. Any doubts still here? Please, you can unmute yourself so that sit in a place where you will not get disturbed. I just want my class to be interactive. This is not a classroom so that I can see your faces and then understand that my students has learned something. You have to speak out. Either you chat or you speak out. My goodness. Yes, Suparna Pal, Chandrasekhar, Muhammad Hizama, Deepak Gowda. Are you all in the line? Bharat?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is the talking now? Chandrasekhar, right?
Yes.
What about remaining?
I'm also there, ma'am.
Aman
is there.
Understanding, Aman?
Yes, ma'am, I'm following.
Okay. So what happened in finders, you see, here are your samples, right? When all are positive samples for finders. When I consider this X1, you see, the round part here are specific things. Specific things. See what is happening. Initially, it was very big. I am going towards specific little. My region. See, what about H1? When I compared H1 is the hypothesis which I have taken very specific. When I start comparing that H1 with my instant, possible instant, initially first sample X1, earlier I was very specific. You could see the mouse arrow here, very specific. Then I am just traveling towards the general region. A few of them, you see the H1 now. You see the H1 now, only 2 were specific. Sunny and then strong were specific. I think remaining 4 were general. So that even in H3, you could see that even in H3, even in H2 especially, you see the H2, it's highly specific, highly general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 question marks are there. That's why H2 is highly general, which is nearer to the general region. H2 is, you see the H2, how big it is. Since this has covered this much attribute values, so anything out of this is going to work for H2. Means it's highly general. Any value, here dotted no, any value is going to be accepted. Except only your sky. Sky has to be, you see, only sky has to be sunny. Remaining anything, it is okay for him to play. So H1, H3, probably only 4 values are general. So that they were both residing in the same place. H1, H3, only 4 values. So that represents the figure, that's all. Okay. So this is the finders algorithm. What I did actually when coming to the machine learning, I'll try to explain the problem first, parallelly algorithm, and later I'll go how the algorithm has been given in your book. Because initially, if I say algorithm, it is something blindly I'm explaining. Initially, how I have initialized my hypothesis with most specific hypothesis, then I will be going towards general for every positive sample. Remember, for positive sample, I will be going towards general. Initially, I was very specific. Then, for every positive sample, what I did, I have been comparing 2 things. One is my instant value and then the hypothetical value. When do you say consistent? Tell me. When it is consistent, any one of you? Consistent means what? I just want answers here, please. Yes, Aman.
Yes, ma'am.
What is meant by consistent? Consistency.
Consistency, ma'am, it will not change with the. I mean, like the two attributes, sunny and this thing are consistent throughout the timeline.
No. Consistency means what are the two things we are comparing here? For every positive sample, my hypothesis is getting changed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you observed the hypothesis is getting changed where your specific values are becoming general in finders? General means question mark. Specific means attribute value, something called sunny, warm, cool, like that.
Yes,
Most
ma'am.
specific means 5. Consistency means both are same. When I'm comparing two values, one value is, I'm comparing two attribute values. I mean the same attribute values from hypothesis as well from my positive sample. Hypothesis and then my positive sample. Here you see, I'm comparing sunny with sunny. This is my first positive sample. This is my hypothesis. I'm comparing two things. Sunny and sunny are there. So that fine, it is consistent. Consistent means same values. One more thing is, there is a question mark here and there is warm. What does it means? Question mark means any second attribute actually is air temperature. Attribute is air temperature. Question mark means any value for air temperature is okay for Aldo to play his sport. Even warm also acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Consistent means both same values, means your instant same value, your hypothesis same value, it is consistent. And one more is, and there is a general in hypothesis. You could not see this question marks in sample. The question marks in sample is error, noise data. Correct? The
Yes,
question
ma'am.
mark in hypothesis is anything is okay for me. So that warm also okay. That is also consistent. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Good. And two different values. Suppose you see somewhere it is, for example, here strong is this. For example, here high is there. In this case, I cannot compare actually. Example is strong, here it is same, something like that. Two different values. That is inconsistent. When you see inconsistency, so that you will make it as a question mark in finders, right? The resultant hypothesis will lead to general. When you see two different values, it will lead to a question mark. That is the example. So
Yes,
two
ma'am.
different values is inconsistent. Two different values is inconsistent. One 5, one value is inconsistent. Comparing two things. I'll just go with
Ma'am, in both the it is question mark, that means it is general all throughout. So does that mean it is consistent or it is
consistent. If there is
okay,
a
ma'am.
question mark, don't compare with one more other question mark adru irli athwa ninige what do you say that there is a value also, no issue. If there is a one thing question mark, it's completely consistent. Clear?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And there is a 5 and then a particular value called sunny, it is not consistent, it is inconsistent. And two same values consistent, two different values inconsistent. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I have in my finders algorithm, initially I have initialized my hypothesis with most specific. What is the most specific hypothesis? The set of all values with 5, right? That is what this.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
what this. You could see that. And later for every positive sample, I have been comparing my attribute values of hypothesis with X. X is what? Sample data. Because positive sample, no. For every positive sample, I have been comparing my value of X with hypothesis. If the constraint is satisfied, if both are same, I should not disturb that. Because sunny is there, keep it as it is. If both are same, do nothing, don't change your hypothesis value, keep it as such. Else means what? Different, inconsistency. and in your hypothesis you have sunny, and in your instance you have rainy. Different, right? Then if there is inconsistency in the data, you make it more general. More general means what? The change happens only in hypothesis. Your next hypothesis, the first value will be question mark, which is the value getting contradictory, like you don't have correlation between those two values. You make that space, that place as question mark. You make that place as the question mark. Clear? So it continues because it's in the for loop, it continues, so that you need to output the hypothesis H, final hypothesis.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I have already explained that. So this is my data set, right? This is my data set. I have initially taken all as 5 because I have started my thing as with fully specific. Fully specific, that is inconsistent. Fully specific, all are specific, which is highly inconsistent with all this because it's a positive sample. Because one thing is 5, all these are inconsistent. So my resultant hypothesis will be I have to move from most specific to specific. That's why I will get my resultant hypothesis with only training data. Let me see where it is available. Yeah. This is my most specific thing. My first sample is this only, so that my resultant hypothesis will be this only. When I compare a particular sunny with 5, you will get sunny itself because from most to specific I am going. Later, how does this question mark has arisen here? Because in the third place, in my hypothesis normal is there, but in my data set probably something is there. In my data set, you see, third place, what is that? High is there. So that there is no correlation, so I will make it as question mark. It will be going like that. Here in my hypothesis normal is there, but there it was high. In my positive sample it was high. So that's why inconsistency, so I will make it as question mark. Remaining strong, warm, same. Even in my data set also same. So I just used it as such. Probably these three remains same because which was consistent. The last two, warm and same, is different in my training data, so that those two becomes question marks. You have to consider only the positive samples. I think it is better. You see here, you see in this figure, what is that X1? It's my positive sample. I should not consider X3 because it's a negative sample. Finders will never consider negative sample, so don't consider it. What is my initial hypothesis? I have to start from most specific one. So that is called H0. I think it's a figure. It's H0. You see H0. So now you compare your hypothesis with your initial positive data set. So sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same. You compare it with 5, which is inconsistent. Both are different, right? Inconsistent. So that your resultant hypothesis is you're going towards general, no? So most specific to specific. What is specific you have? This is only specific. I will just write down as such. I will write down as such. Now what is my hypothesis? This is my hypothesis. What is my next positive data? X2. This is my hypothesis. What is my next positive data? That is X2. Compare sunny with sunny. Compare my hypothesis H1 with X2. Sunny and then sunny, right? So that in my hypothesis, sunny only will come. Both are same, consistent. Then I have warm and warm, so warm will come. Then I have normal and high. There is inconsistency now. Then question mark will come. Then I have strong, strong, warm, warm, same, same. So that I will get all those same as such. This is my resultant hypothesis. You see, I was very specific initially H0. Then I had become little specific. Now I got to general. What is general? Question mark. Means anything is okay. Anything is okay for me. Now, this is my resultant hypothesis. This I have to compare with my next positive sample. What is my next positive sample? X4. Then compare your H3 with your X4. So sunny, sunny, sunny only comes. See this, sunny and sunny, sunny only will come. Warm and warm, warm will come. There is a question mark and high. Consistent, right? If you had a question mark and there is something else, consistent only, anything will work. So that more priority goes to question mark because I'm going towards general, so that general attribute is question mark. Then strong and strong, so strong will come. Warm and cool. There is discrepancy here, there is inconsistency. So I will get question mark. Then same and change. So the different question mark. So by this my positive samples will get over. This is my resultant hypothesis. What is my resultant hypothesis? You see, what is the first hypothesis you see? Which is highly specific, no data is acceptable. Then little acceptability. Then anything is fine. Anything is fine for where?
Air temperature.
Third attribute, anything is okay. Fifth attribute and sixth attribute, anything is okay for me. Now, is it clear? Find us. I have been explaining the third time find us is because I'm not getting any input from your side. How do I think that whether you understood or not? Because find us is very, very important for me to go to candidate. Now, what next? Tell me, all of you.
Understood, ma'am.
Good. Okay, so I'll just stop here explaining about again and again what is find us is. Next comes your version spaces and candidate elimination algorithm. I told you already the purpose of going to candidate elimination is to construct the version space. Version space is the space that could not be shrinked further. It's already shrinked for every positive sample. Nothing but find us. Which region is getting shrinked, Aman? For every positive sample, to which direction I'm going?
General, ma'am.
Yeah, so your specific is shrinking, right? Your specific is shrinking towards general. So now I haven't considered negative in my finders. In candidate, I have to consider negative as well. So I have to shrink the general region also towards specific. So at some point you cannot. Yes.
When you say a negative data set, that means that boy is not going, he'll not be able to go for playing that day.
Yeah, he will not be able to go for playing that day. Initial classes, I told you, you will learn most of your success only through your mistakes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that negative samples also required for me to construct the optimal solution.
Yes, ma'am.
So from that point, you will learn that next time I will not do that mistake. When you are playing any game, it's everything. When you are in the process of training your system, every experience is required for the system to compete with a national champion. Even it will learn through its mistakes. So that find us is a very big drawback. Until unless, I mean, how long you are providing the good data, very good data set, it will work okay. The moment you see any discrepancy in the data set, any noise or errors, find us, give you
Instead
the
of
serious
providing the
issues.
positive data set,
Yeah.
instead of providing the positive data sets, if we just provide the negative data sets, that's even better. No, ma'am. It's either general or positive. So
No. You require your positive moves also, na? Both you require in a region. Only negative moves. See. If you give only negative samples, only you will move in only one direction.
we are eliminating all the chances of not him going out. So the rest ones left are.
No. Just wait and see how the candidate works. Then
Okay,
you will your doubt will be clarified.
Okay.
It is required. Both the regions are required. I'll tell you. Okay. So now the definition of version space is the set of all consistent hypothesis which is occurred at the end. Consistent hypothesis. I'll explain you what all these terminologies. I'll just come after explaining the candidate elimination. So this is actually called version space. This is actually called version space. 3 hypotheses I got out of candidate, but only 1 hypothesis I got in finders. These are all possible set of consistent hypotheses. Anything will work. Here you see specific region is also there, general region also there. This is cannot be shrinked further towards general, and this general I cannot go towards specific further, so that from these two I have made the combinations. I have made the combinations. I'll just come to this later. Now let me go with candidate. Explaining you. See the algorithm. You will not understand if you study on its own. So attending classes is very much required in machine learning. At least who are all joined for namesake and then they have muted themselves and doing other businesses. Please just look into this. Okay, just coming to the candidate elimination algorithm now. We had only one initial hypothesis earlier, that is called only specific, right? We have started our hypothesis only specific and we move towards general. Now that is not the situation. You need both. You need both. You need general, you need as well specific. Highly general is all with question marks. Highly specific is all with 5s. What is your first step? Same data set I'll use, 6 attributes. What is your first step? Initialize your general to the set of maximally general hypothesis in H. H is different. Big H is the set of all hypotheses. Big S is the specific region. Big G is general. I have initialized. You see, I have initialized. Maximally general, maximally specific. At any point of time, you will get doubt means please make me quit over there. Stop over there. I will explain it. Now. So this is the place where I have to consider all the samples. Right now you consider only the first sample. What is their first sample? It's a positive sample. If you have a pen and paper, please for my classes especially sit with pen and paper. Because few things which I am telling you cannot read in the book and later you will not understand. For a positive sample, every positive sample will work like finders only. But here I have to consider both the regions, specific as well general. The same point I'm telling you again and again, for every positive sample, your specific region is going towards general. Now, I have to check, not only checking the consistency of sample with my specific region, I have to consider the consistency of general also. Now write down a point. All of you, I'll give you the time. Write down a point. Are you all in the line?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
For a positive sample, write down. For a positive sample, check the consistency of the sample with the hypothesis in general region. For a positive sample, check the consistency of the sample. For a positive sample, check the consistency of the sample with the hypothesis in general region. Done? Then check the consistency of the sample with the specific hypothesis. Then check the consistency of the sample with specific hypothesis and then move towards general. And then move towards general. Once it is done, you please tell me. Check the consistency of the sample with the specific hypothesis and then move towards general. Yes, is it done? Aman?
Yes, ma'am, it's done, ma'am.
Yeah. Then, second point, when we are moving from specific to, for every positive sample, when we are moving from S to G, just write specific and general as S and G. For every positive sample, when I am moving from S to G, for every positive sample, when I am moving from S to G, only one hypothesis is getting resultant. Only one hypothesis is getting resultant. Yes. The third point is same vice versa actually. Now I have spoke about positive sample, no? Now for every negative sample, the third point is for every negative sample, check the consistency of the sample with specific. For every negative sample, check the consistency of the sample with the specific hypothesis. For every negative sample, check the consistency of the sample with specific hypothesis and then move towards specific and then move towards specific. The fourth point is whenever you are moving towards a specific, you will get the set of hypothesis, not one hypothesis. You will get the resultant set of hypothesis. When you are moving from general to specific, you will get the set of hypothesis, not only one. You see here, when I am moving from general to specific, I am getting three hypotheses. 1, 2, 3, set of hypothesis. That is the beauty of negative sample.
Yes, ma'am.
Writing is done?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now, very keenly observe. This is my first positive sample. Positive sample is very easy. It will work as find as only. Positive sample because it is classified as S. What are my values? Sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same, right? Now, what did I told you? For every positive sample, in find as what you did, you are directly going to check the, this is my first step. I have initialized with all 5s. That is my specific region. I have initialized all with question marks. How many question marks? How many 5s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 attributes. So 6 question marks, 6 5s. This is your S0. This is your G0. Don't worry about G1, G2 and all. I'll tell you what is G1, G2 later. Initially, you start writing here. You start writing. Initially, you have only S0 this, G0 this. Only 2 are existing. Now, this is my positive sample. For this sample, what I have to do, I have to shrink the specific region towards general. This is find as, right? For a positive sample, I have to go to general. Before I do that, I have some job here. I have to check the consistency of the sample with general. Then I have to move. That is what the points I have given. I have to check the consistency of the sample with the general G0. Then I have to move. Check the consistency. Sunny with question mark. Consistent or not? I need answers from you. Question mark means anything will work. So always comparing a value with a question mark is consistent only. So Sunny with question mark consistent, warm with question mark consistent. So normal, strong, warm, same, all with question marks. So before for a positive sample, before I go towards general, first I have to check the consistency of the sample with general. Yes, it is consistent. Hypothesis is consistent. There is no change in the hypothesis. Keep it as it is. There is no change in the hypothesis. Keep it as it is. So when I am working with my first sample, there is no change in G0. So G1 also same. So that's why G1 comes here. Why it has come? Initial hypothesis is G0. After I checked the consistency, there is no change in hypothesis because question mark has more value than the values. Anything will work. So why do I specific? Correct, no? So that G1 comes here. Even G0 equal to G1. Understood, ma? ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ ನೋ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I had checked the consistency here, but actually what I have to do for a positive sample, I have to move towards general. I have to move towards general. While moving towards general, I have to check the consistency of the same sample with what? With the specific.
More specific.
Yes. Now this is not consistent. Sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same is not consistent with FICE. So that your hypothesis is changing according to your data set only. This is what find is actually. Very first step of find is for a positive sample. According to only. So your S0 is different. Your S1 is different. Look at S1 is same like your positive sample. But G0, G1 same. Correct? Did I move from most specific to specific now? So on my, yes. Okay. Now second sample, which is also positive sample, right? So for a positive sample, before I go towards general, I have to check the consistency of the sample with general region. No issue at all. Until unless you have question marks here, you don't have any problem with the consistency, which is consistent. Anything can be the value with the question mark is consistent. That's why when I am checking the consistency of my second sample, the G is not changing. So G2 comes here. So G0, G1, G2 all are same. No question of discrepancy until unless you have question marks over there in the general region. In whatever value you compare it with, I don't have bother because I am question mark. That is the G that it claims. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is consistent. Now what I have to do, since it's a positive sample, my specific region has to go to general. My specific region. What is my specific region now? This is my specific region right now. Now I have to compare this fellow. This is the hypothesis, no? This fellow with my sample. You compare these two, S1 and the second sample. Sunny here. In my positive sample, Sunny is here. Okay. What does it will result in my hypothesis? Sunny only will come. Correct? Warm, warm. Warm only will come. Normal, high. Different, no? Here it is normal. Here it is high. Inconsistent. Since I am going towards general, so normal also will work, high also will work. To represent that both will work for a Aldo to play his sport, how do you represent when you are going towards general? You will represent it with
Question mark.
question mark. Then strong, warm, same. Here also strong, warm, same. So the same thing will come here. So this is my resultant hypothesis. There is a change. So when I'm working with S2, with the second sample, so S2. Fine? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Till now you have worked with positive sample. When I'm working with positive sample, before I shrink my specific region, I have to check the consistency of my sample with the general region. So unless there is no change in general region, you keep updating your G0, G1, G2 like that. Earlier G0 is this, no change with first sample, so G1 also same. No change with second sample, G2 also same. But for a positive sample, you need to go towards general. So your specific hypotheses are getting changed. Initially, I have checked the consistency of my sample with all 5s. So inconsistency, I have taken only my positive sample here. Then this is my resultant hypothesis, which is not consistent with the second sample, which is the value not consistent. I made it general. I made it question mark. You can observe that when I'm going from specific to general, one of my attributes are going towards general. Because I have high here, I have normal here. There is inconsistency. So let me work out with both normal as well high. So that question mark. I'm making it general. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here you have to pay your attention more. Now, what are the two things I need out of this figure? I need this one because this is my resultant hypothesis. Sorry, look at only this part, S2. This is my resultant specific hypothesis. Then this part, G0, G1, G2. So this is my specific hypothesis. Then this is my general hypothesis. Only these two is required to work with my next sample. Correct? That is what I have written here. S2, don't worry now, S2, S3. This is just consider this is your S2. I'll tell you why it is S2. Talking continuously is very difficult. Okay. So this is your S2 right now. Don't worry with S3. I'll tell you why it is S3 also same. And this is your G0, G1, G2, no? So I have taken the recent one that is called G2 because I was earlier worked with second sample, G2. Now, so you have to be very, very careful when you're working with negative sample. Negative samples will not contribute to your optimal solution, but you will learn something out of the negativity. So you will not consider that. Rainy. Here, what is the first attribute you have? Rainy. So that negative sample means what? If it is rainy, he will not go. So that you have to give more stress on the positivity. I'll tell you. Now, what was the procedure you have done as of now? You have to do that vice versa. Negative sample. Which region has to shrink now? For a negative sample.
Shrunk.
Yes, general region has to go towards specific. As of now, we have moved only specific towards general. There is no disturbance in general. Now there is a disturbance in general for a negative sample. I have to go towards a specific. Correct? Now, before I go here, for a negative sample, you have to work with the previous two samples. The previous two samples. Just carefully listen. What are the previous two samples? First value, sunny, right? Now I have to compare whether the negative data is completely negative or not. If it is completely negative, then I take the positivity. Because why I have to give stress here positivity? Because positive samples only will contribute to optimal solution. Earlier two samples are sunny for the sky. Sky is sunny here, but it is rainy. Then you will say the complete opposite of rainy is what? Complete opposite of rainy is what? Sunny. So that I will construct a hypothesis only with sunny, remaining all question marks. I don't know. See, that's what I told you. Whenever I am moving from general to specific, at a time I cannot decide. At a time I cannot decide. It is dependent on your negative value called negative value, and then the previous two positive values are previous positive examples. So that I am right now very specific about, remember, you are going towards specific. I am right now, I am very specific about my sky. Remaining, I don't bother. That's why whenever you are moving from very general to specific, a broad spectrum of things will come. So only sunny will come because it is absolutely positive sample. Remaining will be question marks. Remaining 5 attributes will be question marks. This is one hypothesis. That's why which is in set. The next attribute is what? Cold. Let me check with my previous positive samples. Yes, it is also warm. It is also warm. So positive is warm, negative is cold. So I should not get cold here. So I should go with only positivity. So I will be very much particular about warm because I have taken the warm out of this. Remaining all question marks, even including your first attribute. Don't ask me why it is happening here. It is such. At a time you cannot go to specific. One by one, you will make it specific from general. What is your next attribute here? High. In negativity, it is high. You just look at here. This is normal. This is high. There is discrepancy in positive samples only. If both are normal, it is good. But actually, high is negative for me. High is negative for me. High is negative for me. But I saw that in positivity also. This is inconsistent. What is this? This is called inconsistency. Such a hypothesis will not come. You see, do you have any hypothesis with normal or high? Nothing. Only two were right now. Then come to strong. Then come to strong. Go there. Negative is also strong. Positive also strong. How come it is possible? Whatever you see in negative, that should not be here. Both should be same. Here both is same. But that same is nothing but strong only. Here also strong. That should not come. So you will not get a hypothesis with strong. Yes, come here. The last attribute change. Change is negative, whereas both are same. You see, both are same. So positive is same. Yes, correct. Negative is change. So that exactly the opposite of change is same. So that I will have same. I will have a hypothesis with same. That is the last attribute. So that remaining are general. Remaining all are general. Any doubt in this place? You should get.
Ma'am, in a data set, what if only one or two attributes are the ones which are making it negative? Like rainy is making it negative, cold
Yeah.
is making it negative.
Mm.
All if it is coinciding with the similar attributes in the positive data set,
That's
then we
what I
can
have avoided that hypothesis
avoid
itself.
it. Even before doing it, ma'am, just directly you can just put it off, no, ma'am.
See, here I had rainy, but actually in my positivity, I didn't see as of now rainy. That's why rainy is negative, sunny is positive. So undoubtedly sunny I will take.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? But there is a case you see here, I had seen strong, right? Which is the attribute 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth attribute is strong. Strong is negative. But you see, this is also strong. In positive also strong, I see. There is discrepancy, right? There should be something else. The same value should continue. If there is a discrepancy, again, you see normal, high. Two different values. But here it is high. Any negativity you see again in positivity, you completely avoid that hypothesis.
Yes, ma'am.
Here there is change, which is negative. You see same and same in positivity. So you take that same. You take that same. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Okay. So now this is the resultant one. You have to be very, very careful even after a negative sample when there is a positive sample coming. What is the last sample? Positive sample. Correct. When there is a see, same figure I have taken here also. And do you have any change in S2? Because I didn't work with S2 for the third sample. I have only worked with G2 so that I got G3. So that I got G3. There is no change in S2 for a negative sample. You no need to shrink. You have to be same. You are shrinking for a negative sample. You are shrinking the general region. So there is a change from G2 to G3. But there is no change for negative sample in your specific region. You are not shrinking, right? Only for positive will shrink. So that if this is G3, S3 also same as S2. This point is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. Now coming to the last sample, what is that sample is called? Positive sample. Last sample,
Yes, ma'am.
which is your positive sample. For a positive sample, before I shrink my specific region, this is my specific region right now. Before I do that, this is my general region right now. See this G3 and S3. Remember only those two, G3 and S3. For a positive sample, it will work as a finders. You know that I'm going towards general, shrinking the specific. But before I do that, every time I was doing something for a positive sample, I have to check the consistency of my sample with the general. I did it right. Earlier it was only fully question marks. So no issue. But there are few fellows have come here. That fellows I have to check with my positive sample the consistency is. Earlier it was completely question mark, so no issue. There is no change in general region when it is a positive sample. But now, sunny here, warm here, same here. I have to check the consistency of my sample before I go to the specific to disturb. So now tell me, sunny here. Yes, I have sunny. I have sunny here. So this hypothesis is safe. So it will come as such. It will come as such. Now, in my second place, there is a warm. I had a hypothesis. I'm checking consistency. I had a hypothesis with warm. So this is also consistent. I will get one more consistent hypothesis for G4. That is called warm. It will come as such. And now when I'm checking the consistency of my positive sample with the general region, at the last I had something called same. But do I have that same in my positivity? No, it is changed. So this hypothesis, the last hypothesis in my general region is completely inconsistent because it is changed, it is same. So that is avoided. So these two only consistent hypothesis out of this generality. That is what checking the consistency of a positive sample with general before you go for shrinking specific. Is it clear? This is only resultant now. But actually your main task is for a positive sample, you have to shrink specific sample. So sunny here, so sunny comes. Warm, warm, warm comes. High, question mark. So question mark only comes. Strong, strong, strong comes. Cool and change are here, but warm and same are here. So question mark, two different inconsistencies. So with this, my samples got over. So this is my final hypothesis. I could not shrink my region. This out of these two samples, constructing the set of all consistent hypothesis is called version space. You see that I have taken that S3, S4. I have taken that S3, S4. This is my S3. This is my G3. Sorry, S4. This is my S4. This is my G4. How do you make a combinations? So I will get a sunny combination. Sunny and then warm are there. So sunny and then strong. This is one combination. Then sunny and warm, one combination. Then strong and warm, that is one combination. Strong and warm, one combination. Just writing the combination possibilities. This is called version space. This is called version space. Just take this sunny and then include one more variable that is called warm. Sunny, warm, one. Sunny, strong, one combination. And then warm and then, here warm is there, no? Warm and then strong, one combination. This is called version space.
I mean, the end should it move towards general or towards specific?
No, you cannot move further because your samples got over.
Okay.
So this is the sample space. See, actually candidate elimination, understanding with one example is highly difficult. You require two more examples also to be explained. We don't know which data set they will ask in the examination. Correct?
Yes.
I don't know how many of you have still doubts. If you still have doubts, anyhow, today the strength is very less. I have to do this again. You try to go through your book. Please, prescribed book with Tom Mitchell author is available in online. You can able to get the ebook. Please go through. If you still have doubts, ask me in my next class. Now I'll stop recording the class.